Hi everyone and welcome to Science Rocks. Happy to see you again. Hope you enjoy this one. If you're here for the first time, please go ahead, like and subscribe, and please do share. Any guesses on the world's first processed and packaged foods? No, not by humans. It was done by bees. Honey. The bees collect it, process it, and package it in wax containers, sealing it, and it has a shelf life of forever, everlasting. In a day, a single forager can visit up to 500 flowers. Foragers search for pollen and nectar and help turning them into honey and bee bread. Bees have two stomachs, one for eating and another for nectar storage. Some bees even collect pollen in their stomachs or mouths. Some have specialized pollen baskets on their hind legs called cubicule. Yes, pollen is very important to the bees. They make bread with pollen. Look at how the bee is foraging for pollen with his front legs and then passes it on to the middle pair and then finally onto the last pair of legs where the bee stores the pollen. Pollen is negatively charged and bees have hairs that are positively charged. So the pollen sticks to the bee's hairs without falling off, and when the bee reaches the hive, it brushes off the pollen and stores it in cells. A typical bee colony of 20,000 bees can collect up to 50 to 55 kgs of pollen each year. A single flight of pollen collected could weigh 7.5 to 8.5 milligrams. Bees add bee saliva and nectar to pollen, which gives pollen more shelf life. It also makes the pollen sticky so that the bees can pack it on their hind legs in the pollen baskets. Pollen basket is nothing but a few branched out hairs on their hind legs on which the bees create these pollen baskets and stick them on. Not all bees have the same pollen carrying techniques. Some use electrostatic force, some use pollen baskets. Some female cuckoo bees have no hairs on their body, and it does not allow them to collect pollen, but it robs it from the nests of other bees. This guy is a shy bee. He notices my camera rigged near the flower, so he approaches the flower from behind. He is shielded by the petals. Now watch as he probes his long tongue, almost a centimeter or more, to collect the nectar. The bees have also mastered the use of tools, or they have secret ways how they can collect nectar and pollen. Nectar provides carbohydrates, energy. Pollen provides proteins, fats, lipids, micronutrients, essential sterols and minerals. Along with pollen and nectar, bees also collect water. Water is very essential to maintain the temperature of the hive and also to feed the larva. Water is used and mixed with honey. Bee bread is made with nectar and pollen and royal jelly. Bees visit different flowers for different reasons, some for nectar and others for pollen. The average lifespan of a bee is about 50 to 60 days. Bees are ancient creatures. They have walked and flown around the earth. They are the first species before man to have manufactured a product and also package it so remarkably that it has a shelf life of forever. Yes, scientists have found honey in Egyptian tombs still in perfectly good condition. Thank you for watching and see you next time.